Welcome to the Adidas face-off, the Adios 6 versus the Boston 10. Which one will win? What are the similarities? What are the differences? What runs can you do in them? What runs don't you want to do in them? All will be revealed in this coming video. But before I get into the detail of the video and the face-off between these two shoes, whether you're new or an existing subscriber, I'd love your support for this channel by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, whether you run in Adidas shoes, what Adidas shoes do you run in, or if you're thinking of running in Adidas shoes, let me know in the comments below. Without further ado, let's crack on with these two wonderful shoes. Yes guys, welcome back. My name is Donato, and yes, two Adidas for the price of one. Not quite, but I'll just give you a bit of a background why I purchased these two shoes. I bought them both at the same time myself, and yeah, they haven't been gifted in any way. They are my shoes, paid for with my own money. I did get both of them at a massive discount because they're not the latest and the greatest shoes, as you may know. Right now I think it's the Boston, no, correct me, it's the Adios Pro 3 that Adidas are onto. But for the first time ever, whilst I've been running now, training seriously about 7 years, these are the first set of Adidas shoes I've ever ran in. And I thought, let's try, if I'm going to try them, let's go for both. So for me, I do love my endurance races, runs, marathons, half marathons. So I wanted a shoe that could take me the distance. And also at the same time with the training, I wanted something that's short, snappy, fast for the short training runs, short races, 5Ks, 10Ks. So hence the choice of the two. The Adios 6 for the more snappy, punchy races and training runs. The Boston 10 for the more longer distance, endurance and all that type of stuff. So that was my reasoning between the two shoes. How did they compare? What are the pros, cons? What's similar about them and what's different, and how did I find them? Because this is just my opinion, how I found them. I have gone, just a bit of a background, I have gone from being a charity runner from one of my first races 7 years ago to now being an England Marathon Master, having qualified 2 consecutive years, 2021 and now 2022. Enough about me in a background, let's dig into the shoes. So here are the two shoes. They look pretty similar, don't they, whichever way you hold them. And I deliberately bought the same colour. I think this is why they were discounted. For some reason, black doesn't seem to be cool, but hey, whatever. I'm not that fussed on colour. And obviously, is it Adidas or Adidas? But when I was at Boston Marathon, it's the 3 stripes. Yes, the 3 stripes. So whatever we want to call this brand, they are great shoes. My initial impressions on both of them, although I don't think there's any YouTube channel out there when they have initial impressions of a shoe that it's disappointing in any big way. So both of them were very impressive as initial runs, but I've now been running in both of these different types of runs for about 50 mile each. And yeah, they've been going really well. So what are the similarities? What are the differences? So the similarities, holding these back a bit, I mean, stating the being obvious, the uppers are pretty much the same. There might be some slightly different materials. I don't go into the technicalities of what these materials are. I'm just going on how they feel, how they look. And it does feel and look pretty similar, the uppers. The other similar thing is the soles. As you can see, even there with the stripes, the actual soles are both Continental. As you can see, rubber soles, super grippy, fantastic. And that's where the similarity ends. It's all about what's between the actual sole and the upper. So that whatever you want to call it, the filling between those two, we'll call it that. We'll do the Adios 6 first. The filling between here. One of the first differences, starting from the bottom, is this torsion plate that we have. This is not available on the Boston 10. There's something different in there that helps with the springiness, but we'll talk about that when we look at the Boston 10. So this torsion plate helps with the flow and running form. And what also helps is we have this Light Strike Pro foam and Light Strike foam and Light Strike Pro foam. So the big difference between this and the Boston 10 is the amount of the Pro foam that we have. Here on the Adios 6, it's just on the midfoot and forefoot. And then we have the Light Strike foam throughout the rest of the shoe. That in essence, because I cut straight to the chase, that is really the difference. Is the top, upper, laces, everything is pretty much the same. So for me, I've been using this on training runs with short, sharp distances. I've also been using them on 5K, time trials, park run time trials. And because of the soupy grippiness, if it's out there pouring with rain or wet surface, these are perfect for the fast training runs that we do, whether it be tempo runs, intervals. That's what I've been using these for, and they're fantastic and they work really well. I do know that some friends who runners have run marathons in these as well, so they're good enough for the long distances if that's how you feel. Yeah, so that's the Adios 6. Let's crack on with the Boston 10. The Boston 10, as you can see straight away, the difference between the Adios 6 and Boston 10, there's a lot more filling in here, yeah? So, yeah, much more filling. We still have the Light Strike foam all the way along, but you can see straight away the Light Strike Pro foam is along the whole part of the foot. The Adios had it only up to here, midfoot and forefoot. Here we have it along the heel as well. And this helps tremendously, I feel, because I use this mainly on long runs, and I've also used it on half marathon races where I ran the Tewkesbury half marathon in a sub 90 in these. So that's the key difference here. And obviously because of this and the extra meat, it adds to the weight and the dynamics of how we run. The other key difference you would have seen on the Adios 6 had a torsion plate. These have the carbon fiber rods, which help again with the springiness and help with the propulsion of the shoes. But for me, and this is just my opinion, the big difference between these and the Adios is I find these are better on the longer, what I call cruise miles. So for half marathon, marathon, these are the shoes more preferred in terms of more support and foam than the Adios 6 if you're that type of runner. I found personally, as I put these shoes down, personally, I found the Boston 10 too big and clumsy for the shorter distances and the time trials on that. I found the Adios a much more punchy, lighter shoe for that. That, in essence, is the difference. That's the face-off, yeah? Those are the two shoes. What do you prefer? I'd love to hear from you. Do you use Adidas shoes, and what are your preferred shoes? Leave it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. That's a quick Adidas face-off shoes, because with this channel, it's all about the joy of running. Yes, I do touch on shoes now and again, but it's more about the joy of running. What do we do and how do we enjoy our running? So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you at the next video, and keep smiling, keep running. Love you all. Bye, bye, bye.